Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Backpacktrader training room for Tuesday, August 6th, 2024. Please note the required risk disclosure. This room is for educational and information purposes only, not to be considered individual financial advice. Trading of this type carries substantial risks and should only be attempted with funds you can afford to do without. All right, that is all, as this is the only session today. Crude oil. We have the setup at a minute and a half before 9 o'clock. Is a get in sync. Our 9 o'clock start time is right in here. So we get into that trade and it comes up and hits target 2 on the nose. So we get 14 and 23 ticks on targets for 37 on the session and a one and done session. Oh, I need to get to unleaded. See what that did. There it is. Oh, that's not the one. There. Looks like initially we got a short that didn't trigger. Then a short that goes full stop. Another short that stops and reverses, it looks like. And that's proceeding toward target at the moment. So mark that one up. Looks like that one got target 1 and a break even stop. Now we go short for target 1 and 2, and then we're short again. Pound Aussie triggered into a log. That was a get in sync, but then 8:30 came and we're definitely in it. Market will open in just a minute. And we have a short on the YM that has gone too far. There's a long trade set up. As the market opened, that was too fast to catch. And now we go short, which I suspect was also too fast to catch. Oh yeah. We're still just 11 seconds into the session, so no trades so far this morning. that stopped out. Same thing in the micro Russell, way too fast to catch. Now then, not micro, but the soybeans chart had a get in sync. Yeah, we had a get in sync long. And that unfortunately went too far to get involved with, so waiting for a new setup there. Micro Russell now flat. And there's a new short, maybe time enough to get into that. Looks like not, and there is a break-even trade. Now we have a long. And we've got time to get into that. That goes full stop out. Actually, that would have been avoidable, I expect. In shorts too fast. Active market this morning. YM goes long. Nope, too fast. Another one. And then we get a short. That one it does get in sync. Stops and reverses to long at 8:03. Actually, the market out entry at 8:03. Make that, yeah, 8:03. And not able to get into that trade. It was too fast through it, but you mark it out of the short. Probably didn't have time to mark it out of the short and probably got a full stop. And the long is definitely too fast again. Micro Russell. Yeah, too fast on the short there. That long we said was avoidable. Yep, too fast on that long. And avoidable on the short. Stopped out in 3 to 4 seconds. And we now hit, let's see. Is this? Nope, that one's too fast as well. So one break even, I believe, and that's too fast in the short, avoidable in the long. Actually, no, I don't see any actionable trades there. Well, we assume that basically it's going to take you between 4 and 8 seconds to actually place a trade from the time it shows up on the chart. So if it gets to money management where it is no longer valid for you to enter, then that's why we call it a no trade. It was too fast to have executed. The market is just highly volatile this morning. There was a short, but I haven't seen it come back enough to let it in. That would be a no. Yep, too fast again. Reaches money management before we have a chance to get in. Yeah, definitely the same thing with the short. I think we're done on unleaded. I'll come back to that a little later. Push it up here over crude since that was done well before now. Long not tradable. The short I'm almost certain would be avoidable. Yeah, it's just too. It's just 5 seconds to back up. So and now this long definitely is in the trade. Had lots of chances on that one. Money management and a little dot. So working on that, and there is money management and target one. So all of that back and forth fast, and now we get a win. It will be a power quitting, trailing at 879. Let's see. Actually we had an earlier stop at full stop out, I believe, didn't we? Yeah, we had a full stop out on the short based on timing. That full stop out was 84 ticks. Target one is 38. So we're down 46. And let's see where our trailer is at 914. That's going to be, yeah, that's easily going to be enough to get us positive. Now, target two is worth 58. We're almost there now. Short trade on the soybeans chart. Just touched the entry. I would say that's probably avoidable so far. Move your stop down a tick, make it 27.5. Make it push through the swing level it just created. And let's see what we have on micro NQ. That's within our time frame. 4 minutes after market open is our start time. Market still, that one's too early. Just 9 seconds to stop out, so I'm going to call, I would say that one's probably avoidable. The short, gives a wick up here on the bar that plenty of time, so I'm going to say that's a good trade without breaking the bar down a little bit. This wick up here tells me that somewhere between 35.50 and 36 in that 13 second bar we got back up here, so I'm going to say that's likely to be a valid trade. And let's see where we go from there. Okay, we get yeah. Okay, yeah, that one we get a targets 2, 3, and 4 win, trail down to here, then we come up to the long. That one I would say probably goes too far or goes too fast. I'd have to break it down and see if it pulled back to the entry somewhere in these two bars. It looks like a very possibly a valid trade. Enough time in those two bars that it could very well have pulled back. A little harder to tell on Renko bars. That's a catapult on custom Renko. 12-point brick. 3-point offset. So that gives us targets 2 and 3 and a small trailer. Short trade, almost certain. Well, let's see. Actually, that one didn't track because it hit both the stop and entry on the same bar. Looking at that bar, I would say chances are it's a valid trade. Very good chance it's a valid trade, and it's a full stop out. So I took the long. So let's take that one. That one I would say is a avoided trade. 13 seconds on the bar that goes from about 6 points above the five or 6 points above the entry, all the way well past the stop. Chances are that pulled back pretty quickly. So I will call that an avoided trade. We have 2 wins and 1 loss so far. This one I would say is too fast. Yeah, it's 8 seconds and it hits money management. So that one's too fast. That's a no trade. Okay, the adjustment keeps us out of the short, and now we are long on soybeans. Pound Aussie stopped and reversed to short, hit money management, and looks like stopped out for a single tick. That one seems too fast. And that stops out. I'm afraid that one's going to be 33. Well, 10 seconds down to the stop. Have to check it, but I'll call that avoidable. And this subsequent long is definitely avoidable. Then we short. That looks like it's going to be too fast, and it hits money. It's at best break-even trade, but I think that's probably too fast. And now we have a long setup. Just bounced. No, that one's too fast so far. It'll have to come back for us. Here is an entry. Highly volatile market this morning. There's money management, so that is a new trade. I think we've only taken 3 trades there in there this morning, right? And I've lost track of the micro Russell. And we did get positive on the YM. And taking heat on the short trade on soybeans. And we have a stop and reverse. Actually, yeah, we're right at the entry. Entry is going to be 27 3/4. So yeah, we just touched the entry, so we're now short. That wasn't what I wanted to mark up. Came down to just touch the entry. We're doing a lot of just touching entries here on soybeans today. Note I'm on the November contract on soybeans. That's where the volume is, which is kind of unusual, but This short, we've got a chance to get in. Looking at that wick. That indicates a pullback, money management, and break-even stop. So that's doesn't give us much. Adjust a tick or two above that ounce. Yeah, what's that spike? That spike isn't quite to the long entry. It will take a crossover to cancel. There's a crossover and a short. It should be in the trade. Did not trigger into the long trade. And that short goes for a full stop out. We go back to long. And that just zoomed away, too fast to catch. Tough morning. Couple of nice trades on the YM and on the micro Russell. And we did stop out of that pound on, so we took the stop in reverse and then stopped out for a single tick on all 5 positions. This one, micro NQ long, too fast to catch. Coming up at the session open, which that's micro Russell and the micro NQ at session open, YM in positive territory. For the session. Right. Through 10 a.m. mini session coming up in just over 5 minutes. Micro NQ trade stopped out. Short trade on the micro NQ. Still to get in sync at this point. And there it triggers in, so in the trade. Two wins, 2 break-evens at this point, and that's actually 2 break-evens and 1 loss, and that's the second loss. That's the 6th trade of the morning. That ends the session. Should have been a positive session for us. Micro Russell was moving fast enough. I have no idea what it did. Too many things to keep my eyes on and too much movement. Oh, that's right. Money management was there, but that would have pushed down 2 ticks because our stop and reverse 2 pips. So we would actually still be in this trade and winning targets. Yeah, that's a 12 pip. We would move down 2 pips on the entry to 52. And so money management would have moved down to 40. Yeah, 52. That would move down to 40. So yeah, we would still be in this trade looking for target 4 at the moment. And our trailer would be $543. Right there. All right, that's the first trade of the morning for the 10 a.m. session. Oh, no, that's on unleaded, excuse me. Let's move this back down here and see what we have on crude. Okay, there's our first one. And that's 5 minutes before. Too early. So far, this one's avoidable. I would adjust around the 20 SMA on the entry there. Entry at 13. And now we have a long trade. I would say that's not a stop and reverse because we, with our adjustment, did not trigger into the short. All right. Good trying to get there. Soybeans. Another stop and reverse. I would say this one is at the full stop out. And stop was at 32 flat. The entry was 31. Yeah. So one tick adjustment for the stop and reverse. Because that's all it takes to get us to the natural stop for the original trade. We're not sure what it's going to do. Looking like it's got pretty good support on 20 SMA coming up. It's just a little bit noisy. All right, money management. And looks like maybe target one. Target is 57. And yeah, we definitely have target one now. Looking for target two. Target one was 20 ticks. Target two is worth 31 on this trade. Pound Aussie picked up target four, and we're now 25.33.8, 95.36. We haven't penetrated the balance line or the balance line yet, so it's definitely still trailing. Looks like we'll come down to 32 on the close of this bar. And crude stop, trailing stop pushes up to 42. Still hanging around the entry on the soybeans long. Micro NQ lagging the micro Russell and the YM as far as getting into positive territory. Target one in hand, looking for target two. 6 ticks so far on the trailer. Trailer moves up to 44, so that gives us 8 ticks. Certainly preferring target two. All right, there's a stop out at 44, 73.44. So we get 8 ticks in addition to 14, was it? No, 20. So we have 28 ticks on the crude 10 a.m. mini session. We picked up 37. Yeah, 14 and 23. So 65 ticks on the day for 2 mini sessions. Stop on pound Aussie came down to 32. So we had 2 positions come off at target 2. So we go 2 at 16 for 32, 23 at target 3. Is 55, and we've got another 30 at target 4 is 85. And right now we have 20 ticks on the trailer. So we went from our entry on the long at 71 to 52. Yeah, 71 to 52 is 19 ticks times 5 positions. It would be 95 ticks. We're going to have at least 105, so, or pips rather. So we will be positive. This is our quitting trade. And there it is, stopping out at 32, 105 ticks, 105 pips net on the short trade, 95 pip loss on the long trade. So we are 10 pips positive, and that is our quitting. Questions or comments? Soybeans is still in the long trade. Soybeans having a tough time this morning. YM was successful. Micro NQ was successful. Pound Aussie successful. 2 successful crude trades. Unleaded looked like it was going to be successful. So, and Micro Russell, I don't know what happened with it. It was moving too fast to stay up with everything else going on. Questions or comments? You're quite welcome, Zach. Glad you could make it this morning. We'll be back in tomorrow morning at 9:30 again. Regular 9:30 session, and then we'll do the crude oil inventory session at 10:30 with a couple of different crude charts and the unleaded chart. So we will see everybody tomorrow. Everybody have a good afternoon, and we'll see you tomorrow morning. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I'm not. I wouldn't even think about even trading 6 at this point. I typically won't try to trade more than about two at a time. My typical morning is 3 different. I'll typically trade 3 different markets, but they all start at different times. I'll start pound Aussie at 8:30. The crude at 9 o'clock, and then the YM at 9:30 are the markets that I typically trade. But as I say, they have half hour in between the start time on each one. Typically, crude is done by the time YM starts. Once in a while, I'll have both of them trading at the same time. And the currency pair, the pound Aussie, is not nearly as fast as the futures markets. So that's a good third market for me. And then I'm done and have the rest of my day to do other things. But yes, I would absolutely start trading just one chart. Don't try to look at multiple charts. You need to focus on one chart to be able to do proper executions. Good question, Zach. Feel free to ask them. Keep a notebook of questions too, as you have questions, and that way you can bring them into the trade room the next day, or whenever the next time I'm in the trade room. So we will see everybody tomorrow. Have a good one.